Hello and welcome. I'm Jennifer Halliburton with the Awakened Gen Tarot, and this is a different video than ones that I typically do. I'm not even sure if I'm going to post it, so we'll just see. So I'm just feeling called right now just to really reconnect with something that was like my first connection with spirit to really begin with. Like the minute that I knew like that there was so much more than just what the church was kind of letting us know. And it was as simple as speaking in tongues. And so I know that that's not uncommon, though the majority of churches do not actually practice the speaking in tongues. That's reserved for the Pentecostals that I know about, that they're the ones that are the only ones that I know are truly practicing that um, spiritual gift. And so I had been going to a Pentecostal church for a while when I was in my early 20s. And I wasn't even trying to speak in tongues. I was just trying to understand, what was going on. I had a broad range of experience. I wasn't really completely connected with any particular denomination. I found it very strange when denominations would spend time complaining or talking about other denominations in negative ways because I just thought, aren't we all on the same team? So it was very confusing to me as a child to try to understand, even what the difference of the denominations was and why, some thought that it was okay to listen to music and some thought it was okay for women to wear pants and some thought it was okay, to speak in tongues and while others didn't, so it was just like such a broad range. But my comfort came in the Pentecostal church where they really did have more freedom of connecting with the spiritual gifts. They understood that there really were spiritual gifts to be had. And so, my first experience with speaking in tongues happened spontaneously. And that just seems to be the way that all of the spiritual stuff tends to happen for me, is it just comes through spontaneously. And on that, I just was laying in bed. I was praying before going to sleep and just silently praying in my bed. And my husband was laying next to me. And I mean, again, silently praying. And I was just letting it all out. And I've always been this person who connected fully. Like, just, I mean, I have always been so sold out to God, just so sold out to Jesus. Like, that was, I knew that was my path. I knew that, that was the breath that filled my lungs, to be honest. So I just prayed with everything I had. And that's the way that I always was. I gave it everything I had. And as I just laid there praying, all of a sudden the prayer just started turning over into just an utterance of a language that I had never spoken before, never even really heard before outside of the church when I heard, other people speaking in tongues. And it just the way that my tongue felt, just the way that my tongue just sort of lit up and just almost vibrated. And it was just like this allowing, just this allowing of just letting it come through. And so, like, I've connected so much back to that moment, just as I continue to grow on my spiritual path, as I'm really getting into the channeling. And I'm doing all of these other courses to really help me learn and deepen and grow and expand these spiritual gifts that really did start just all the way back in that moment. Um, I'm seeing the connection because I understand, I remember the vibration of those words, just the way that they felt just coming out of my heart space. And now even when I'm doing channeling, I feel it just coming out of my heart space. So a lot of times you'll see me just really connecting here, like just to strengthen that connection. Just I want to tune in even closer to this heart space because that's where the messages are coming. And just I realize the connection, like I'm realizing it now, just goes all the way back to the same connection I had when I was speaking in tongues. And there was just this beauty of just kind of moving yourself out of the way, just to just allow this language, this utterance just to come through. Like it's just It's amazing. And I remember just feeling just so connected, just the oneness that we talk about now in spirituality. And just knowing that there was just so much more, and making the prayer at that time just, Lord, anything that you have, like I am open to all of it. I want to experience the fullness of you. And so I just feel just very called to do something I hadn't done in a long, long time, and just reconnect, to get in that prayer state that leads to the speaking in tongues. And just remind myself what it feels like to really just move yourself out of the way and allow the utterance to come through, the messages to come through. There's healing in the sounds. I know it. Even if you don't even know what the messages mean, there's healing that comes from the sounds, the vibrations, the energy that is put into it. All right. So, Lord, I do just open myself up now as a channel for you. I haven't done this. It's something that I can even still do. Thank you. Praise you. Hello, Karamanatiki, Uferamanatiki. Efe per Karakimananati, the Rakaramanati, the Kiki Kamananati, Naratabati. Ekakamanati, the Darchi, the Menin in a Kananati, they Efe Manatiti Karamanated were Titi Lanate. Keferamanati, the Laka, they Menin in a Kanana. Ekmanaladi, Ete Lemonade Kananati, E Minana Kanana, Monitor Kamala repeated the meditated. Eperkana, the elementary canal manana, thinking in the party, a fair manana canal, the mananitica. Eperkanati, Perkanamati, the cake, manana medinati, a fair manacra la michela. Okay. Just going to just take in the energy. And I'm going to ask that if you did take something from this, that the guidance that you need is going to come through. Just if it impacted you in any way, I want you to take the moment just to seek God and ask, what message was I supposed to receive? You be the interpreter. You be the interpreter. Everyone's messages are unique. And this is your opportunity to really get your unique guidance. You are the interpreter of the message. You are the interpreter. What did the message mean for you? What did the vibration do? What was the impact that it made to your physical being? You are the interpreter. The language is for you. It's a language meant to pierce your very soul. It speaks a unique message to each one that hears it. Only you can interpret the message that was meant for your soul to hear. Okay. All right, so I am going to close it out there. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you have your own experiences, I'd love to hear about it as well. And whatever message that you feel like you received today, I would really, really love to hear about it. If this has been something that felt healing to you, if it's something that you would want me to do more of, let me know. I do feel like I am being called again to just bring this energy back out, at least just even for myself, to remind myself that it's there, because I feel like that once we all can really recognize the vibration of where that guidance is, and you attune yourself to the vibration of the guidance, you're going to know so clearly when it comes in through, just the more direct ways, the more clear ways. Like that's what I'm connecting to right now, is it's the same energy. I just didn't know. I hadn't had the experience. No one had helped to train me. I didn't have the right conversations or the right knowledge to even know that it was something that I could open up. And it was even connected to that sort of thing, anyways. All right. Hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.